Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I want to give you a couple update. As you know, today's Wednesday the 11th. Clark County, Indiana Merit Board met at 2 o'clock. Hello, Yoakum. Yes, I got my socks on. The Clark County Sheriff in here in Indiana Board met today. And they ruled 5-0 that Sergeant Higgins keeps his job. So Scotty Maples walking out. He looked like he was mad. And, I don't know when he's going to come back on, but I told you the YouTube channel, Clark County, PA, or something like that. Or you can go to type in Sergeant Tom Higgins and it'll pop up on WHAS news station. And he still hold the rank of sergeant. Now we the people here in northern part of Clark County, we feel good that we got our best county police officer back. Hello, Jacob. And there's another thing. I woke up about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, watched news. I don't know if it was ABC or what. They talk about Canada. And I want you people, well, it kind of got up to about the 50s today. But I want to talk about Canada. And I don't know what part of Canada this is in, Jacob. It's up there by Vermont and Canada. And it got a library. It's there on the borderline. They show pictures of the black stripe in middle of the library. It's been there, I think, 150 years. Hello, 709. And, it's on the border of Vermont and Canada, the borderline. And it made me mad. It made me mad what President Trump and the Border Patrol is trying to do. Is that to get into that library, it's over 150 years old, that President Trump and the Border Patrol wants you to drive wherever you cross into Canada or the United States up there close to Vermont, then come back and go in. Well, I do not agree what President of the United States and the Border Patrol is trying to do to your all people. It would do me, hello, Daryl, it would do me good to be a resident of Canada. They probably put me in jail. And I don't think it's right. I wish the United States of America leave Canada on. Quit trying to take him over. Quit, you know, that library been there over 150 years. People, you can look it up. It's on the border of Vermont and Canada. I forgot the city. Man, this is, like I said, about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning. I disagree with that. I got Wildcats right here. She's spending a whole lot of time with me. Wildcat runs back. Alexi's running back and forth. And people, Sergeant Higgin, he's a very nice police officer. He's been on the department probably 31 years, I would say. He was a jail guard, just like Scotty Maple was. But Sergeant Tom, when he was a jail guard, he treated everybody with respect. But Scotty Maple was different. He wanted to beat the crap out of the inmates. I've seen that with my own eyes. And that surprised me. 5 on the merit board vote 5-0 that he retained his job and his rank as sergeant. My question to you all, who's police officers or been through something like this, what is Scotty Maples going to do to him? What other things he got up his sleeve? The Republican Party is mad at him. That's what makes me mad. The Republican Party is not backing him. That's how come they put somebody else to run against him. Well, the snow is disappearing, Jacob. Snow is disappearing. Hello, Nicholas, again. And I guess, I don't know how a merit board on the sheriff's department works here in Indiana. I don't know if you have to swear under oath to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I don't know if they do that with the merit board. But you got to watch those videos. And I knew Scotty Maples lied. The 2 deputies lied. And they committed perjury. In my book. But the Higdon family, Hidgon, is very important people here in Clark County. With a Facebook page that they set up, support Officer Tom Higdon. That's on Facebook. And plus, I've been talking about it here on YouTube. And he had a good lawyer. His dad, Weber, dad was a judge, and the Weber that represent Tom Higdon was also a city judge. And, you know, we the people got to fight for our rights. I don't know when Sergeant Higdon is going to go back to work on third shift because that's always been his shift is the night shift. And they probably going to put him. I believe how it works when they suspend you. I think they suspend you with pay. I don't know how Clark County, Indiana does. It wasn't investigated. I don't know if the sheriff's department have a internal investigator. Internal affairs, I guess, is the legal term. Like, okay, you take it easy. Bye, grandson. Hope you keep warm. And that makes me mad. That's one of the things that I'm talking about. All this. I still don't like what the United States is trying to do to Canada. Right there at the border of Vermont and Canada. This library. It's on the border. And what the president wants and the border patrol wants, they want you to go to a border inspection, then come back. But for what I found out by watching this many a times, even on YouTube, one side of the highway is in Canada. Hello, official, how you doing? One side is in Canada, the other side is in the United States. My question, if like they trying to do to Canada, I forget that province it's in. But it's on the borderline of Vermont. And the library is about 150 some odd years old. And it makes me mad. People, I'm with you in Canada. This is wrong. I wish United States leave Canada alone. I don't like it, people. I'm just one of millions of people here in the United States. But I will support you, Canada. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Hello, 709. I'm sorry about last night, 709, but I was having trouble with my internet. That's Spectrum for you. You never know when they're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's how come I got off early last night. I know. I know where I'm talking about up there in Canada and Vermont. This library, it's I think they said 150 years old. And they got like black paint or black tape on the floor. It shows part of Canada in the library and other part in the United States. People, I'm glad I don't live in Canada. I don't know if Canada would put me in jail for threatening the United States, but when I heard that about 3 to 4 o'clock this morning, it was either ABC or something. They showed the library and the highway. I think they showed a speed limit sign, I think. But at that time of morning, I just, woke up for a little bit and saw that on TV. And it made me mad. I had to talk about it. And I just had to. But I'm with you all people in Canada. Why don't the United States leave Canada alone? If I was whatever the president or whatever you all have in Canada, I wouldn't allow the president even come to Canada. Yeah, I think the front door, I think it's in the United States, I think. I just got a feeling, 709, you people in Canada, that ICE or the Border Patrol is going to be there one day. I hope I'm wrong. But I guess that library don't have a back door or a side door. They didn't, Prime Minister. I wouldn't allow the president come in the United States. I wouldn't allow any border patrol to come into Canada. I just got a feeling something's going to happen. And I disagree with the United States. But since I disagree with him, disagree with ICE, I'm on the terrorist watch list. Because hello, Eglof. Welcome. I'm just waiting for Friday to get here for this good looking female friend. She lives, anywhere from 50 to 60 miles away. I'm not going to say Indiana, Kentucky, or where she's from. She works, got a nice new vehicle. She paid cash for it. She makes over $75,000 a year. We're just friends, not boyfriend, girlfriend, or anything like that. And she's between 30 and 35 years old. I know I'm 40 plus years older than she is. But that's how come we're talking. See what we have in common. I know she sits in the background on YouTube. She has my phone number. And we just talking to see what we got in common. But she's everything I was looking for. She's skinny and small top half. She's small up here. Not watermelons or cantaloupes. like I say, she's supposed to be off for the weekend. Yeah, she likes cats. Well, she said I got too many cats, but I said, well, I live out in the country. I told her, she seen how many outside cats, but when she pull up, cats went, whoop. I even told her about the baby possum I got. He ate tonight. But since it's warm outside, I would be thinking the raccoons would come out of hibernation, I think. You know, I know she has more money than I do. That's okay. I don't care if she's a billionaire. That's how come we're talking. She might spend Friday night with me. I don't know. You know, that means I have to keep my bedroom door shut. But I don't know what time. She might show up after I get off of YouTube. I don't know. Or she'll text me, let me know if she coming. But my daughter probably unhappy. I don't know why. I try to look her up on YouTube. I can't find her anywhere on YouTube. I guess she got me blocked, I guess, because I ain't seen her on my YouTube. Hello, Margaret. Hi, Margaret. That's number one, Mama Cat. And Wildcat, she's number two since she's the second oldest cat by maybe 3 weeks, something like that. Well, with my son in the other room, I don't want to see what if we decide to play a house, or a doctor and patient, a doctor and nurse. You keep stuff like that private. And but my daughter, she probably 40, probably in her 40s. She always told me, said, Dad, if you're going to date a girl, make sure she's older than me. I don't want no stepmom that's younger than me. Hey, this is my life. She treats me like an a-hole. That's okay. But I bet if I hit the lotto, people, she'd be knocking on my door and I would have to say, who the blankety blank are you? She's going to say, I'm so-and-so. I'm your daughter. I said, I don't have a daughter by that name. She treats me like bull crap. I'm going to treat her like bull crap. But people, you got to treat your mom and dad with respect. You got to treat everybody with respect and kindness and help them out. Will she help me out? No. She wouldn't help me out if I was on my deathbed. And I done a video of my last will and testament. And through the grapevine, I heard, what is she getting? She ain't getting crap the way she's treating me. Family, that's how come people, I try to tell you all, to educate you. When you make a will out, you have to have an administrator or somebody oversees your wishes to leave your stuff to, or who you leave your money to. Don't trust your family. Is get some lawyers for your administrator. And as I said, when I die, I'm going to be cremated. It's not going to be in the newspaper. It's not going to be on the funeral home's website. You know, that's what I want. I don't want nobody to come to the funeral home and cry. Plus, I don't have the money for a funeral. I got a grave space, but unless my dad wrote it down on paper, you know, I'd rather be cremated. It's cheaper. That's what I want to do. Nothing in the paper, nothing in the funeral home paperwork. You know, that's what I want. I don't want nobody to cry over me. They tell a bunch of lies. Oh, he or she was a good person. You know, they loved him. I don't want those lies because God don't want those lies. But, you know, don't trust your family when you make a will out. Get some lawyers. Get couple of lawyers, unless it's a law firm, as your administrators or whatever you call them, to oversee everything. Nah, the cats won't mind. I don't know if she would let the cat sleep in bed with us, but you know, we take a day at a time. You all get to know each other. When you start dating young or however old you are, you talk. See what you got in common. See what you like. You know. She been watching my YouTube video. She don't make a comment. She listens. She's learning all about me. Does she have a YouTube channel? I ain't going to say. But I bet my daughter will have somebody drive up here or spy on me. You know, she might have a friend drop her off. She might have a girlfriend drop her off. That way, nobody see what kind of vehicle she's driving. That could be a possibility. I won't know until Friday gets here. You know, she's supposed to be off for the weekend, but you know how it is. Sometimes they schedule you where you have to work. with the job she got, she might have to work. Hello, Sherman Stick. How you doing, my friend? But people, to let you know, update on Sergeant Tom Higdon, Hidgon. They had the merit board hearing today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They voted 5-0 for him to keep his job and his rank as sergeant. When he's going to be back working, But you could tell Scotty Maples, yep, everything's okay. I'm doing pretty good. I'm happy. I feel better since the merit board of the Clark County Sheriff's Department ruled 5-0 in Sergeant Tom Higdon's favor. It didn't make the sheriff happy because he wanted him gone where he could promote somebody's sergeant. And but I watched this on live stream. I could have watched it on Zoom, but I don't have the app on my phone anymore. It was on Zoom. And it was nice. I saw videos from the TV. My son showed me it on Facebook. I saw it on YouTube, on Clark County PA public address or public announcements or something, whatever you call it. And I loved it. But it was on WHAS TV News, which is Louisville, Kentucky. And it showed everybody was clapping and all this, cheering. The reporters asked, was that political? In a way, they said no, but it was political. And they had pictures taken with his brother and his family. The Higdon family, Hidgon, is kind of like VIPs. Sergeant Tom's brother is an officer, either a major or a colonel in the Army. And you could say the family is VIP. Scotty Maples didn't get his way, but what's the outcome later for Sergeant Tom? What is Scotty Maples going to do to get even? That's something to think. I'm always careful. I'm always careful. I got trust issues. That's my problems. I got trust issues. I've been lied to many times, but with my age and my experience, I can talk to somebody and I would know everything. I would know if they cheated. Am I going to get married? No. No, I might live with them. But where she lives, She just stopped by the other day, bought me a 24 pack of Pepsi Zeros. We talk about, you know, what I like to eat, what I don't like. You know, we see what we had in common. It probably won't go nowhere. Let's see, tomorrow is what, Thursday? Oh, her last day of work is supposed to be Friday, but she makes over $75,000 a year, and probably more. I didn't want to know. You know, I don't care if she was a billionaire. I wouldn't be happy. I got maybe 2 or 3 kitty cats in the dog cage. They are calling for rain this weekend, I think. I don't know how much rain. So oh Lord, I'm choking on this sucker. And I don't like Shark Tank. No, I don't watch it. Don't like that movie. I hate Channel 3 today. They got the Olympic stuff on. I don't know. Come on. Let's see what's on 32. You know, I ain't gonna jump the gun. I'm too old to cut the mustard. It gotta taste like banana or oh. But I want everybody to be kind, nice, polite, help people out. I want your younger generation check on your neighbors, see if they need their driveway cleaned out. Because some of us old people, we can't get out and clean our steps off or sidewalk off, stuff like that. You know, it'd be nice if respect people, no matter what color of your skin is. But people, as I've told you in the past, we all got one thing in common. We got red blood. It's not black blood, green blood, it's red blood. No matter what race you're from, we still have red blood. You all forgot about it. Some of you probably had blood transfusions. They could come from any race. You know, that's what we, the old people, trying to teach you all to be respectful, kind, generous, and help people out. You know, I also want to thank all of my good moderators. I got some young ones, medium age, that knows all these fancy terms that people my age don't know what they mean. And when you start acting like an idiot on my channel, you get time out. You get your comments deleted. And but if you make me mad, I'm gonna put you in timeout for 24 hours. That's what I did to a guy the other night. I don't know what night it was. He just wanted to argue. I put him in timeout again for 24 hours. Usually about every 2 weeks, I believe, that those idiots has to come in and try to cause trouble, wants to argue. I'm not going to put up with it. You know, that's when I know your mom and dad probably told you while you was young to respect people, help them out, be kind, nice, respectful, and all this. It'll pay in the long run. One day, you know, you be nice to people. They might leave you some money or help you out somehow in the future. You never know. That's what I'm all about, people. I'm about, I'm going to guess I'm probably 1,600 hours away from 4,000 watch hours. I'm guessing. I don't know. I can't figure this out. But YouTube would let me know when I get monetized. You all would know too. Because when you type in the chat, if you look at your chat bar to the right, it got like a dollar sign. That means it be monetized and you can donate money then. That's how I'm taking it. But I'm going to try to stay at an hour. Will I be on here Friday? Maybe, maybe not. You know. But you people here on YouTube, you're my family. You're my YouTube family. You're the closest thing I got to a family. And I appreciate you all being my family. And like I try to say, I almost forgot it. You all know nurse that works in the hospital or nursing home, retirement home, doctor's office. I want you all to thank a nurse for their service. It takes a very special nurse that works in the hospital or a nursing home, works in the ICU, the emergency, critical care, burn unit. It takes a very special person to do that. Hello, Jessica. How you doing, friend? Welcome tonight. Did your day go pretty good today? And I've been watching videos today where wild animals will come up to your door, or if you're out cutting wood, a bobcat or a snow leopard or something like that will pop up. And I don't know if I could do something like that. I got bobcats, I got coyotes, I got foxes. I don't know if I could, do something like that, like these people does. But it takes a very special person. I'm glad you're doing good today. I hope you listen to the older people. Because your people cannot forget your mom or dad or your grandparents or your guardian. Because once they pass away, it'd be too late. And your people have got kids. You can ask your parents if they would do a video like your mom and dad. Ask them if they would video like your mom do a video about her side of the family medical history and your dad's side of the family medical history. Do they have high blood pressure? Anybody have strokes or diabetes? Stuff like that. Because when you go to the doctor or the hospital, they kind of ask you, what's your family history? And like I've told you, I'm adopted. I know on my real dad's side of the family, they had high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. They all died between 60 and 65. So everybody on my real dad's side of the family is dead. On my real mom's side, maybe that's where I got my diabetes from. I don't remember her ever telling me about that. I can't remember. And any of you all maybe that went to Charlestown High School here in Indiana back in the 60s and 70s and took drafting, James Congington, something like that, who taught drafting class, he passed away January the 28th, I believe. And Christ Funeral Home in New Albany is in charge of it. So, in case you all went to Charlestown High School or took drafting in junior high or high school. You know, I just want you all to be careful. And if it snows, people, if it's snowing during the day or it's foggy or raining, turn your headlights on. Or driving lights, what do they call them nowadays? Reduce your speed. Because the cops, I know he is, Jonathan. How you doing tonight, Mr. Jonathan? And I appreciate y'all people helping me out, on my YouTube channel. You give me ideas, which I've done. And I appreciate y'all helping us old people out. Because when we was young people, we didn't have computers. We didn't have cell phones. We had a regular landline, pay phones, voicemail. We had a recorder that recorded the phone calls. And we had pay phones where we had put a nickel or a dime. Then I think it went up to 25 cents. There's still a few pay phones around. I think they still have them in maybe the malls, I would think. I ain't been to a mall in a few years. We got the Green Tree Mall, which is over in Clarksville, Indiana. But I guess I need to get out. Allah is with me. Thank you, my friend. Allah is with you too. And I appreciate you all. I'm glad I got my reading glasses on because I take them off, everything looks blurry. I can look at TV, which I'm looking at Hogan Heroes on METV or watching, I love Hogan Heroes, especially old Sergeant Shooks. My day is going pretty good. I fed the kitty cats and took some trash out, had pizza. I used to. Oh, you from Egypt? That's a good place to be from, Egypt. So, welcome. I I usually go for a walk, but as far as jumping jacks, push-ups, if I try to do push-ups, I probably couldn't get off of the floor. Or if I do sit-ups, I probably couldn't get off of the floor. I'm just there's hardly things I can't do. You know, but when I was in junior high, I took PE class, gym class, whatever you call it. You know, I got stretched out. Wildcat, you're gonna have to scoot, cause my butt's going where your butt is. So can you scoot over? Can you scoot over? I don't know why you kitty cats want me on the edge of my bed. If I get hurt, you're not gonna get your special food. She likes to sleep close to me. You know, I like to start out. I start out in the middle of my bed. Time I wake up, I'm on the edge of the bed. The kitty cat, I guess they kind of scoop me over, and maybe I move over when I'm sleeping. I just don't know. And I love kitty cats, people. Yeah, they do take over. Now, any animal you got for a pet, they would love you. And sometimes they get jealous. Say if you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, your pet might not let one of them get close to you. Or if you're sleeping, they might not let you eat in bed. Like they trying to protect you. I keep wanting to do a bird watch, a live stream of my birds. But since the snow went away and it's getting warmer, the outside birds ain't eating that much. They kind of slacked off. And I don't know if it's going to snow anymore. I don't care, people, if it snows, as long as it ain't over 3 inches. 4 inches, I'm snowbound. I'm doing just fine. I guess Moses Mendez or something. I love my animals. See, I got 5 inside kitty cats. I gotta clean the cat box out in the living room tomorrow. When it's 60, 70, 80 degrees outside, I sit outside and feed the cats, outside cats, canned food, tuna fish, stuff like that. And since it's wintertime, I can't really sit out there without getting cold. If I sit down on the porch, on the steps, and my problem is I can't get up. It's hard for me to get up. And, I love my kitty cats. Like last night, I looked out, saw the baby possum out there eating. And I'm trying to make friends with it. I'm not going to lift it up to find out if it's a female or a male possum. I hate them things. They look like oversized rats in my book. But one thing I can say I ain't got, people, in the 8 years I lived here, I ain't got no polecats or skunks like Pepe Le Pew. I don't think they got any more cartoons of Pepe Le Pew. But it's black and white, got a white stripe down its back. I haven't seen any in my yard. I ain't seen any roadkill. But between Charlestown and Jeff and Charlestown, New Washington, that's where you run into the polecats. But around here, all you see for roadkill is possum, raccoon, and deer. I'm from Indiana, USA. I'm about 27 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky, on I-65. That's where I'm at. I'm turning my TV over to Channel 11 News, WHAS. Maybe they will show Sergeant Tom Higgins again tonight. Because they show that at, I think, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock news. And
12 units damaged, people losing their homes after the fire caused the roof to collapse. The apartment complex is located just off Taylor's
thank you. That's kind of the family. You from Florida. I hope you ain't from Otters Creek in Levy County. I've been to St. Augustine. I've been to what they call it, Green Cove. I've been to Jacksonville.
All the residents were out of the building and no one was injured. The property managers had already been here getting people out, so they did a great job. Lauren Kendall lives in the building next door and was home when the fire broke out. We heard a
And
alarm going off.
Florida,
Then somebody honking over and over again. We just thought somebody like wrecked in front of a
yeah,
building.
I see some of those gators.
We hear someone yell fire, and I look over.
And when I was down there at Green Cove, Florida, close to
The fire is growing from the top of the building.
St. Augustine area and
12 apartment
and all that, I went to school down there for 3 weeks, a special school,
Everybody has been so kind, and I even got offered snacks.
which I can't say what kind of school I went to.
Fire extinguisher, I don't think that's gonna help, but it was cute.
But I stayed in a motel
In J-Town, Alexia, where the
at Green Cove. Across the street from that motel was, I thought was a high school. Found out it was an elementary school.
Seeing helping people who were impacted by the blaze. Taxes higher for people living in the Highland area in southern Indiana. That's around the Greenville, Indiana, Floyd's Knobs area.
And
The fire district wants to combine with the Floyd County Fire Protection Territory. At a public hearing tonight, leaders with Highlanders say the consolidation is necessary.
and what when
Due to Senate Bill.
since you talk about alligators, I remember when I was young people, you used to go to the pet store, you could buy those little baby alligators.
The involved fire board must approve the consolidation.
I wonder, the people like me, I wonder what happened to all these baby alligators. Did they flush them down the toilet, or did they throw them in the Ohio River? I wonder what happened to them alligators. You know, that's something to think about. You know, what happened to that?
Just above that freezing mark this morning, topped out at 50 degrees this afternoon, just 3 degrees above our
Okay, thank you.
high of 47 for this time of year. Yes, because of those clear skies, temperatures have already dropped pretty quickly into the 20s and 30s across Kentucky, and we are looking at mostly clear conditions overall tonight. You can see that here on the Max HG satellite and radar. So those temperatures will continue to tumble down into the 20s overnight, with likely
You need to get you some,
by early tomorrow morning, and some patchy slip spots as well for any areas.
you need to get you some videos.
Slowly melting and of course refreezing
You know.
at night. For tomorrow, temperatures running just a few degrees cooler than today. We are expecting partly sunny skies, so clouds will be increasing, but we are looking to stay dry with highs topping out in the mid to upper
I think there is a difference, 709, if I remember right.
Mallory, thanks so much. Brand new on the WHS 1119, the Kentucky House has passed a bill known as the Crystal Rogers Act, and it's a big.
And where is it they hunt alligators? Is it in Louisiana? I think it is.
I'll speak a bit on
They shoot the alligators with a rifle.
grand jury testimony. If you violate that, this bill will extend
I guess they
grand jury recordings to 10 years
make
and increase accountability.
alligator boots. I believe you can, 709.
Secretly recorded their grand jury testimonies. Representative Cassie
Okay.
Candy Massaroni, from Bardstown, filed the bill.
You know, you can do videos.
No charges were brought.
You can do videos
Had expired by the time investigators discovered the recordings. That is a
Of-
law.
down there where you live.
Will now head off to the Kentucky Senate.
Let people know if they want to come visit down there where you live in Florida. Or anybody here It's on YouTube.
Kidnapping, rape, and robbery. That jury recommended a sentence of 65 years. Last week, Circuit Court Judge Tracy Davis reduced.
Oh, they get mad at this judge over in Louisville, Kentucky.
Attorney Jarena Weathers said she backs the jury's recommendation.
Our responsibility is that
This guy kidnapped, rape, and all this. It's a black judge with a black defendant. The jury recommends 65 years. And the judge gave him 30 years. But the judge don't have to go with the jury recommendation.
New information tonight from
Hey, people, I gotta turn this around.
We first told you about this story last time. It happened as officers were investigating a robbery on Wall Street. Jeffersonville police say Jasmine Shekels was able to drive off in their police cruiser, hitting an officer in the process and leading to a chase. Now the chief of detectives, Samuel Moss, says Shekels was handcuffed.
I can tell you that she was arrested. She was placed in the vehicle. She then gained control of the vehicle and then operated the vehicle, which led to her fleeing. As far as the details surrounding that, they're still under review right now.
Detective Moss went on to say that they do plan to release body camera video, but right now it's with the prosecutor's office in Clark County. We have new reporting tonight from ABC News. A man who was detained last night for questioning for several hours in the search for Nancy Guthrie. On ABC's World News Tonight this evening, they reported the man had done an investigative radar before the front doorbell video was made public this week. The delivery driver,
You just saw it. Usually they handcuff you behind. They must handcuff her in front for her to steal the Jeffersonville Police Department police car. Somebody's in trouble. I don't know because she was a woman or what, but I don't know if Jeffersonville police got cages in their cars where they can put them in the back seat. But I guess maybe she climbed over the seat. I don't know. But I say that police officer is in trouble. Most of the police officers I know, they handcuff you behind your back. For her to steal the police car and drive off with it, she had to have her handcuffs in front. Or maybe she slipped out of, because men cops cannot search a female prisoner. But Jeffersonville Police Department do have women police officers on all three shifts. So I don't know what happened. That was on WHAS TV, Channel 11. I'm hoping they show Sergeant Higgin again tonight. I'm hoping.
And we are looking to stay quiet and seasonally cool for the rest of the work week with rain chances return for Valentine's weekend. I'll be finding it out coming up after the break. Here's a check today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. $1,385,000,000 Powerball. 120.
I wish I had the extra money. I would go buy me a Mega Million and a Powerball. But I ain't got the extra money.
The bomb squad called to assist with the
Still very much an active scene. Major fire destroyed two beloved businesses.
We're paying close attention to all those threats.
So I wish I'd hurry up and see if they show it. Because after Channel 11 news goes off, then Jimmy Kimmel will come on. But I'm hoping they show Sergeant Tom Higgins is one I'm hoping for again. But, you know, it makes me mad, people. By not having a computer, I could be on StreamYard. Then I could bring that video up of Sergeant Tom Higgins of the Clark County Sheriff's Office here in Indiana. He is a good police officer. He's very nice. He has helped a whole lot of people. Kids, you know. How many police officers you know that will help kids out? Middle-aged kids, 18, 19, 16. How many police officers you know that will help you out? That's what I like about Sergeant Tom. I've been single probably 30 years, something like that. About 30 years. Let's see something. Well, hello, Joe. How you doing, Joe? It's all been on TV today, especially the news. They just show some Epstein, that idiot guy. They releasing documents. Why are the government blacking out stuff in those reports? What is our government hiding? You all seen it on your TV stations of the Epstein files. They got black lines where you can't see anything. What are they hiding? That's funny how all these people comes out after the guy's dead. Why didn't they come out before? I think he had a good looking wife. Why would he want to molest kids when he has a good looking wife at that time? I just don't understand why an idiot could do something like that.
Right. 7-day forecast looking like 40s, 50s, and 60s. Which it does look to indicate for this weekend it's going to be rain rather than snow. So we're really flipping that pattern here. Obviously, the first full week of February was a cold one. A pattern that rounded out the month of January.
It got up to 50 today. Yesterday was 69. I couldn't remember what it was, but it got up to 50 today. I guess. I don't know, but this one guy that they interviewed, I guess, I forget, he's a VIP. His wife, him, and the kids went down and seen him on a boat. And I'm taking, when I watch him, they're talking to him, he's lying out his teeth. Right now, they're showing the temperature at 33 degrees. You know, another degrees, that'd be down to freezing. If the road's wet, that means black ice. You know, when it gets cold, people, you think the road blacktop might be dry, and that's what they call black ice. It's ice on blacktop. You think it's okay until you start doing donuts on black ice. It ain't fun doing donuts on black ice. You see how those race cars at the Daytona or NASCAR, when they go into a spin, it's weird. But people, like I've told you, I don't judge you. I might not like what you did, but it's not up to me to judge you. It's up to God. God is the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, your lawyer, and the police officer. You know. So he's the one that got the final say so. If you go to heaven or you go down to the fireplace where it's hot. You know. I talk to people that I don't like because of their crime, but I don't judge them. I try to tell them about God, to change their evil ways. So I want everybody to be nice. and treat everybody with respect. Help them out if you can, because you will get rewards from it someday. Because God will reward you for your good deeds. That's, I don't trust our government. I don't trust our government. You're younger people. I know you're smarter than me. Your Congress and your Senate, they make about $175,000 a year. But when they go to do the taxes, they got millions of dollars. What's it tell you? They're on the take. They're on the take. They get kickbacks. They get stocks and bonds and this and that. You know. I wish I was smart enough to be a congressman or a senator, but that wasn't my kind of ball game, you know. But, you know, I don't want you people to give up on your dreams. I want you to follow your dreams. No matter if you're a boy or girl. Follow your dreams. Believe in yourself. Don't give up on yourself. There's people you can talk to that can help you out. You all know right from wrong. You younger kids, you know about stranger danger. They teach you in school. Your mom and dad teach you about stranger danger. Somewhere I read this week, 13-year-old girl, pregnant, had a kid by 18, somewhere between 18 and 23 years old. Somewhere between 18 and 23, or maybe 24. I can't remember the age, but I know it was over 18. He's in jail. So, I know what's going to happen here to this 13-year-old girl. 9 chances out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10, 9 chances out of 10, when she gets 18 years old, and if he's out of jail, they end up getting married. Probably what's going to happen. Hello there, Dave Dash. Yeah, it's a nice lollipop. Uh, Knowing that will make my diabetes go up a little bit. I've got to have something sweet every once in a while. I done had my ice cream for the day, so I can't eat no more ice cream. Yeah, Kojak had those big lollipop. This is a small one. You know, kind of like Kojak. No, it's I, I eat things that I shouldn't eat. You know, I I started eating more bread. Now I cut my bread out again. You know, 'cause I done put a few inches on.
Especially when it comes to my vacation time. I think the best part about the journey is arriving at my destination. Ooh, airport has non-stop flights over 35 destinations.
You know, I guess the next time I'm going to the grocery store, either be
One flight away from the next
Friday or Saturday. You know, I got to see if my son has medicine to pick up Friday. I used to eat cat food when I was young. I mean, very young. The cat food or dog food didn't taste bad, but would I eat it today? No. I used to eat dry cat food and dry dog food, the canned food. No. But maybe the kitty cats like me. I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm not going to show about Sergeant Tom Higbee. No, it's 11:30. They ain't going to show. They're not going to show him tonight. Return of the Mac. Are you talking about a Mack truck?
We're down into the 20s, so watch out for any kind of refreezing spots, slick spots through tomorrow morning. Partly sunny Thursday, highs in the 40s. We're back into the 50s Friday through the weekend, watching that rain rolling in Saturday night into Sunday morning for our Valentine's weekend, and then really that warming trend continues next week, more 50s and 60s.
And we thank you so much for joining us on tonight.
No, they're not going to show it. That makes me mad. I could go fix me some popcorn. No, it's too late to eat popcorn. Hello, RM. How you doing tonight? And nope, never made moonshine. I used to drink it. Are you working hard tonight, RM? I guess you're on your break. People, I got people here from Canada in here. You know, every part of Canada. You know, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. That's okay. I don't expect you to come every night. Because like I tell everybody, RM, on here, it takes a very special person to be a nurse that works in the ER, ICU, trauma, burn unit, and all that. It takes a very special person. I've always told people, which you've seen the other videos when you watch it, to thank a nurse for their service.
15, your next returns to Kristen Weaver of Austin. Fellow drivers to a point simulated touch.
And people, I like nurses. Especially if you have a heart attack and you're laying in bed, them nurses come in and check on you. Especially the good-looking woman nurse. I guess the women likes the male nurses. That gives it. Where you going, Alexi? And healthcare workers. You know, if it wasn't when I had my heart attack back in, I think it was 17. Yeah, I think that's when it was 17. Oh. If it wasn't for some of them good looking nurses, when I had my heart attack, I didn't mind the male nurses, but I had more women nurses than I did male nurses. And I appreciate them. No, I didn't get no bypass or no stent. I only had 40% blockage is all I had. That's the worst heart attack I had. That makes either number 4 or number 5. I can't remember. I don't want no more. Yeah, they did. One of them gave me, or was that a guy? I think it was a woman nurse. I didn't mind. And my blood pressure did go up a little bit because I got excited. But nurses, people, nurses in the hospital, healthcare, or work somewhere. Thank them for their service. Because that takes a very special person to do that.
For instance, President Trump today became the first and definitely only recipient of the Undisputed Champion of Coal Award. That's right.
Yeah.
He received this handsome trophy from the Washington Coal Club, which is a real organization.
I do appreciate them nurses. I'll tell you something. It's always been a woman's field in nursing. Well, I just got done cutting grass. And I wasn't supposed to push a lawnmower. I went in, had one of those large fast food wrestling cups with cold water. When I drink that cold water, my chest started hurting. Then I had a pain in my arm. So I got up out of my chair off of the porch, went in and took a shower. Usually I let the water hit my chest and I feel better. It did not work. So I got cussed out by my daughter. I called 911, told them I was having a heart attack. John Hartman came up. He was a police officer and a fire marshal, a volunteer fireman came up. I believe that's what set it up. Oh, I think it was the cold water. And they put the oxygen on me. My blood pressure was high. Both numbers, the top number and the high number, was high. Finally, the ambulance showed up. They gave me some baby aspirin. That didn't work. Then they gave me a nitro pill, hooked me up to the EKG, and we left to go to Clarksville at the old KMC hospital in Clarksville there on 31, and pulled up to the ER. The paramedic says the paper don't show you had a heart attack or a stroke, but it don't mean you did. When they got me into the ER, they took blood work. I guess it's something in your blood that shows you have a heart attack or a stroke. The doctor came back and said you had a heart attack. You know, they explained everything to me, and they took, I guess, x-rays and got me a room and said the heart doctor, come and see you. It was probably, and the heart doctor came in 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And he scheduled me for surgery that Thursday morning, about 9 o'clock. I was there probably about 2 weeks, something like that. They gave me some pain medicine. They went down by your private area, if you know, ladies and gentlemen, and cut and ran a scope up. I guess it had a light or something that showed up. I had 40% blockage. If it was 60%, the way I understand it, well, what they did, they cut down by your private area. They cut a space out there in your groin. They ran a scope up. Just ran it up, I guess, through a blood vessel, and they showed everything on a TV monitor. And I had 40% blockage. After they get done, then I guess they taped it or whatever and put a couple of sandbags on me. Took me back to my room. I guess they came every 10 or 15 minutes. I was awake, but they had me doped up, you know. I didn't feel nothing going up through me. I was awake, but I was kind of in la la land, I guess you could say.
I'm Attorney General. My apologies, I couldn't tell.
And they came in and took those 2 sandbags off to see if I was bleeding or anything. And I don't know how many times that
It's political cloak, and I need to get my answer on that.
Let the Attorney General respond, and then the gentleman can move to chairman questions.
Within 40 minutes, he asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Webster's name was added back.
Within 30 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
Red-handed. There was one redaction.
see the sandbags was to keep pressure on where they cut me.
Has Trump derangement syndrome. Trump himself, the man who tweeted the Obamas as monkeys the other day, solid as a rock. Everyone else is deranged. I mean, seriously. This is
And
this Department of Justice is hiding
I guess it keeps pressure on. I think maybe they had gauze on it or something, make sure it wasn't bleeding. And I couldn't move. I was in bed with that weight. I couldn't move. I don't know, maybe they came in 10 times, give or take a little. I lost count. Finally, they took the sandbags off.
You're saying,
And they said, you can sit up in bed, you can walk to the bathroom. People, I did more than that. I got up, walk up and down the hallway, you know, and I got my tail jumped on. And they said, you walking too much. That's all I did all day is walk. I did not want to sit in that bed. They said, after I walked the whole hallway, they said, go back to your room. We'll be in a minute. They had to check, see if I opened anything up. I told them nurses, I'm not one to stay in bed. The quicker I can get going, the quicker I get out of this hospital.
would get hurt. So I have that to go on, and that was the
Yeah.
president words directly to me.
She's been hit on that so many times, she's starting to make sense.
You know, the pain, well, after the pain medicine wore off, I really didn't feel anything. But when I got out of the hospital, I think it was on a Saturday, I think. I walked from my house to McDonald's to get me something to eat. And people, it was cold outside. It was cold. And the doctors didn't tell me about that. And me breathing that cold air in, it made my chest hurt. And then I saw yeah, that hospital food was good compared to other hospitals I've been in. That was good food in that hospital, which they got closed down within a year after I had my surgery, but they shut down right after that. And
illegal about that. Come on, that's not even too far.
when I called my heart doctor, I told him I was walking and all that. And I said it was cold. He scheduled a stress test for me in a few days. Went back to the hospital and had those tests run. And he in fact told me, from now on, when you go outside when it's cold, you got to put your face mask over. Keep breathing that cold air in because that's going to cause you to have some chest pain. When I go outside, going from the front porch to the car, that's not going to hurt me. If I walk from the porch to the mailbox out on the county road, that hurts me. But people, you
they now have been banned from, I guess, the loan meetings or whatever they have. I know Congress is taking this more seriously than our government is. And the saddest part is,
you people sometimes, you might have chest pains or pain in your arm. You might think it's interjection, something you ate. Don't take a chance on it. No, I don't drink hot tea. I like cold tea. I think my mom and grandma always drank hot tea. But I want you all to take care of yourself. Take care of watch what you eat. Get exercise. Make sure you eat the right food. I'm going to tell you younger people is have you a garden. Have you a garden. Plant your food that you like tomatoes, onion, beets, cucumbers, or whatever. And learn how to can your food. Because you know what you put in your food when you can it. And you look at you look at the food you get at the grocery store. See the stuff that's in it. Some of you might have yellow dye, or red dye, blue dye, purple dye, all that. Look at on your cereal boxes. What we get in our cereal here and that in other countries, in their cereal, you cannot have, I don't know, yellow, red, green, whatever kind of dyes you get in it. What we have here, the foreign countries don't have it. And look how better health they're in. Now, just think about it. I stopped smoking when I was, I don't know, maybe a freshman. And I stopped when I was young. I forget when I stopped, but I don't smoke anymore. But I got a worse habit than smoking. I dip. That's worse than smoking. That's what I like about these countries. Your people is not sick like we are here in the USA. That's something for you younger people to study. Look at the other countries and see they're not sick like we are. They ain't got all the chemicals in the food like we do. You know.
Can your pad absorb everything and stay fresh? Always Flex Foam can. It's the only pad made with a flexible foam core that locks in blood and sweat while the top stays dry, keeping you up to 100% leak and odor free. See what foam can do for you.
And Nick forgets his new game show, Average Wins. He asked 100 average Americans which of these would be the worst to have as a sibling. Werewolf. God, you look like a werewolf. The greatest average Americans premieres February 25th on ABC.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and Pink Tag Boutique in Prospect has you covered. Shop thoughtful gifts, grab a Pink Tag gift card, or treat yourself. Valentine's Day shopping.
I smoked Marlboros when I was a kid, Winston's, and cigars, smoke a pipe.
You can have a brand new kitchen within 3 to 5 days. We're so confident in our products that we'll back it all, labor and materials, with our 10-year limited warranty. Call 844-312-8437 for a free in-home design consultation.
And
844-312-8437.
no, I never smoked Newports.
8437.
Feel stronger, brighter, and more balanced at Baptist Health Milestone Wellness Center. From expert trainers to
Yep.
classes and spa like
Yep. I got a can of dip
where wellness becomes a way of life.
somewhere close to me, probably over here on the table.
Most nominated movie of all time.
You know, it's up to you younger generations. Because one day you be old, or maybe your parents will be old. It's up to you younger people to stop our government putting all these chemicals into our food. You know, my mom always can't make applesauce, apple pies, you know. She canned tomatoes, corn, green beans, beets, sweet potatoes, lettuce. She canned all that stuff. And it's nice. You know, it's better for you. And you people, if you can have chicken where you live,
shot a movie at in like the Olympic Village at Pyeongchang in South Korea. Shot inside
if you can have chickens where you live, you might have to build a chicken coop and have fresh eggs. Because you all know what you feed your chickens. I fed mine, like during the summertime, they got to eat watermelon, cantaloupe, they got to eat corn, grapes, apples, tomatoes, and certain chicken feed and didn't have medicine in it. And those eggs taste better than what you get in the grocery store.
He's getting interviewed afterwards. He's Norwegian, I believe. Yes, that's correct. And he is like, it's actually been like.
No, it don't matter. I've seen blue eggs, brown eggs, white eggs. I think my chicken laid brown eggs. I had them Long Island red chickens. And I've been on, oh Lord, I've been on here too long. It depends. I had 4 chickens, probably about 4 eggs a day, something like that. Maybe more. I can't remember. But thanks to those blankety blank raccoons, they killed my rooster. They killed my chickens. Those chickens I raised them from the time they was babies. The rooster, Harry, was probably 2 or 3 years old. And he fought right up until he died. He fought that raccoon, but he was a good fighter. But I killed every raccoon that comes in my yard. I hate them. They kill my chickens. They kill my babies. I had a rooster. His name was Harry. He always started crowing at 5 o'clock in the. Well, I got some coyotes, but I only seen in the 8 years I lived here. I only seen 2 coyotes and maybe 1 or 2 foxes. But it's the raccoons that killed my chickens and my rooster. And I hate them. I hate them raccoons. I kill every one I can. They kill my babies, my food source. You know, instead of me selling my eggs, I gave them to people. You know, I gave them away. I could have made money, but people me like me, they was low income. That's what God wanted me to do, so I gave them eggs away. Yes, I did. I shot them, I burned them, I cremated them. The city raccoons, when I lived in the city before I bought this house 8 years ago, they would come up to me, sit on my lap, jump up on my lap. These country raccoons, you just look at them or talk to them, they take off. They're scaredy cats. They come up here and eat the cat food. That's how come I don't put that much cat food in the summertime. It makes them raccoons mad. The kitty cats don't seem to mind, but if they get too close to them kitty cats, they take their claws and smack them. You know, kitty cat toenails is like razor blades. That's how come raccoons won't get too close to kitty cats. they get cut just like a knife. You know, those kitty cat toenails is like razor blades, and I think raccoons knows it. Well, they said they carry rabies, but I've never seen one in the last 10, 15 years having rabies. I even had, when I was taking care of my mom, he would come up and knock on the front door begging for food. I pick him up and put him up on the ledge, and I give him some food, and he was a fat raccoon. He was family. He slept with the kitty cats. You know, he was a good raccoon. He didn't get in the garbage or anything like that. He was a good raccoon. They carry rabies, but people, I tell you about your wild animals. Respect them. Respect your wild animals. They're raccoons, or possum, or groundhog, or skunk, or bobcats, or lynx, bears, or deer. You respect them. You respect those wild animals. Sometimes wild animals might save your life too one day. You never know. So respect. I used to have a fish tank when my kids was younger. People, it's time for me to get off of here. I gotta take my medicine, and I'm supposed to eat something before, but I eat after I take my medicine. Thank you all for being on here. Thank you all that have subscribed. Thank you all for my watch hours. Thank you all for coming, my YouTube family. Because you all the closest thing I got to a family. Besides my kitty cats. But they can't talk to me. They can't type on a computer. But you're like my real family. So God bless you all. Follow your dreams. Don't give up. Just keep going strong. Be nice. Be polite. Be kind. And help people out. So, peace. I love you all. I catch you later. Good night. Sweet dreams. Goodbye.